Okay, here we go. Okay, wait a second. Where am I getting... What's the thing that's triggering me, like, doing well? Because I've definitely had that point before where it's been like, oh, you're an idiot. Principal Good, you're an idiot. I'm going to go with, like, hear your voice this time, just so that it kind of, like, tips the scales in the shoe direction and a little bit more this time, because like it seemed, I think I confused the game the last time, especially with the whole like getting Nanaki to walk me home. I think that was like the big mistake that I made, but I still can't figure out where like Ryota came from in all of this. Like what point did I like tip the scales towards Ryota? Because I don't get that at all. Okay, here we go. Don't be trigger happy with the spacebar. No thank you. Screw you. I'm a smart, independent idiot. And look, like I have wisdom 21. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm just going to keep going to music class and gym class, because... I think, as I say, like, the main thing is just to, like, not confuse the game. Okay, let's see if, like, he's different. If the reaction is any different now. Oh no, it's still the same. But it still worked out well because he was still like satisfied afterwards, so I still managed to satisfy his voracious sexual needs. Okay, this is something like that just popped up out of nowhere. I forgot about this. Like, I remember this from the last time, but this, like, the last time I played through this storyline, this is where it was all like, oh, Harry, you in danger, girl, with, like, the Whoopi Goldberg thing. And... like, but this didn't happen like the last time, like the last attempt when I got the bad ending, so I think I might be doing better now. There's the incinerator, get in it. Oh my god, I was so nervous. Like that film, The Visit, have any of you seen it? The Visit is like the best, like, M. Night Shyamalan film I've seen in a long time, because I really like The Sixth Sense. Like, The Sixth Sense I love. But then, like, all his other films, and I love Unbreakable as well, but, like, other films that he's made I've been, like, really disappointed with and thought they were shite. But, like, The Visit is, like, so watchable. But there's, like, this really, like, nerve-wracking scene where, like, the grandmother is getting the granddaughter to like clean the oven, and she's like, no, get all the way in, like get all the way in. And I was like, oh my god, what is she going to do? Is she going to like close up the door and turn on the oven and kill her? Oh my god. Yeah, this happened the last time. He's just kind of a distant sort of doctor character. How troubling. Yeah, just don't chop my head off and put it in a jar like Richard Nixon's head. But oh my god, that's like that part where she's like getting her to clean the oven and she's in there and it's drawn out so much. It's so nerve-wracking. But like if you like horror films or if you like spooky films, like The Visit is definitely worth a watch because it's actually really good. There was like, and I saw as well, like that film The Witch was really good this year as well. Like I know that The Visit isn't like a new film that was out this year, but that film The Witch was out this year and that was amazing. Or was it last year? I can't remember. I think it was this year that it was out, but it was so good. Wait a second, did this happen the last time as well? I think it like didn't show this to me the last time though. Woo, 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 woo. Oh yeah, because like remember they like I didn't even get to that part where, like, he makes me eat him. Oh my god. I remember I was listening to this story on the No Sleep podcast about this guy who, like, he was, like, friends with his neighbours, and your man used to put birdseed out on the door, out in his garden for the birds to eat every day, and they used to, like, bring him a casserole, like, every week or something like that. And, like, he used to enjoy the casserole, and then his dog went over to the birdseed, and ended up like his dog like went over to the bird seed and ended up like chewing on something that was in the bird seed, and there no wait a second, your man's wife disappeared as well, like the neighbor's wife. And then what is he talking about? Sleeping pills? Oh yeah, I'm his replacement and I'm just going to be a devious maid. Because I like you, sir. Is that so? What a coincidence. I think I'm starting to like you too, though I can't say I thought much of you at first. Oh, well, that's a big compliment coming from him. Yeah, but the like, you don't know what kind of like he means. Um, but, what was I even talking about? I can't even remember. It mustn't have been that important. I hope it wasn't something that I really want to talk about, and then, like, I can't even remember what it was. I got distracted by having to answer that question. Oh yeah, I was telling that story. Oh my god, that would have been totally annoying if I hadn't, like, finished telling that. About, like, that guy, like, the... Oh, there's someone at the door. Oh, this is where, like, I get brought Yuya's corpse and his feathers. Which is, like, funnily enough, this is, like, really appropriate for, like, the story that I'm telling. And, like, the neighbor's wife went missing, and then he was like, oh, I don't know, that's really strange that this, like, nice old lady has gone missing. And as well, like, at the start of the story, they were like, oh, she always wore, like, the same thing around her neck or whatever, and it was really distinctive. And then one day he was walking his dog, and his dog went over to the bird seed, and, like, ended up, like, at something in the bird seed, and he was, like, doing something, like eating something, and your man went into the neighbor's garden to retrieve the dog, and he found that the dog was, like, chewing on a human finger, and, like, then he called the police, and the police were like, oh my god, and we have to arrest this guy. And then they found, like, a load of dead bodies, but they didn't find, like, any, like, dead body for the guy's wife. But they found, like, skeletons and stuff. And what he was after doing was, like, that he was, like, using the bird seed, so the birds would, like, slowly take away bits of the dead bodies of the people he was after killing. And then, like, and then, like, the guy was horrified by this, and they still didn't know what had happened to, like, the neighbor's wife. So he was like, oh, I'm going to go home and I'm really hungry and I really don't feel like cooking anything. So he, like, found one of the casseroles that the neighbor's wife had prepared for him, even though they were still arriving even after the neighbor's wife had disappeared, because she had disappeared for, like, an extended period of time. And then he was like, he heated up one of the casseroles or whatever, and he was eating it, and he, like, bit down on something hard, and he, like, looked at what it was, and it was, like, the ring that this thing that, like, that neighbor lady that he really liked was always wearing around her neck. So obviously what was happening was that, like, the birds were eating the other victims, but, like, the neighbor made, like, the guy in the story eat his wife to get rid of the evidence. And so yeah, that's the whole story. That's the redacted version of that whole story from the No Sleep podcast, which I presume, like, if it was in the No Sleep podcast, it was, like, on the No Sleep Reddit thread originally. So yeah. And the doctor's here as well on New Year's. He's standing a little way away from the crowd. Yeah, because he's a weirdo and he's fluffier than usual. He just happened to be passing by and decided to hear... Yeah, it's an American crime story to not move your lips when you talk, like John Travolta, is what it is. I'm actually recording this on, like, a completely different day. Like, for you, it'll just seem like there was, like, a millisecond cut, and then I, like, jumped back in here. But this is, like, actually, like, about a week later that I'm recording this, because just after I finished telling that story about the No Sleep podcast or whatever, I actually got interrupted, and I just had to stop the recording there. So now, about a week later, after playing back up to where I was at that point, and, like, I had the recording, so I was able to see exactly, like, what I did, and like, which classes I picked. So I just did the same thing. So I'm hoping that after doing it twice, that I'm actually on the right track to get the storyline I'm looking for. Do you know? But then at least, like, next recording session, like, today is Saturday. And it's kind of random that I have time to record on a Saturday, because usually, like, people are around or whatever, but on Monday, I'll be able to record, like, that secret other thing, whatever that is, and I have no idea what it's going to be, so I don't know if it's going to be, like, a one video thing, or if it's, like, a whole other storyline, or what it's going to be. And like, I'm probably going to record, like, the rest of the Dragon's Den as well, so that'll be exciting, finishing 2 LPs in one day, I think. Unless this thing that I'm going to be doing in this is something that'll take, like, 2 recording sessions. Who knows? That's what's so, like, exciting about a blind LP, of which I haven't really done many. I go for the expensive stuff, that fancy shit, like I did the last time. Um, like, and he'll eat it. With a worm, drink it. With a perm, drink it. With a worm, drink it. With a white powder perm. What is he talking about? With test tube babies. What? Fantasizing about bird eggs? You're wishing you had bird eggs so that he could fertilize them for you, is what it is. I actually have a drink here right now, but it doesn't have a worm in it. It has mint in it, because I made myself a mint julep. What a strange, like, tangent he's gone off of, like, and like, how much it costs. I just buy that fancy shit. Yeah, see, the value comes from the fact that they're expensive. Value begets value begets value. That's what it is. It's like I'm in the bling ring with my beans. That's another great film, The Bling Ring. I enjoyed that a lot when I watched it, actually. But then Emma Watson is in it, and I could watch her forever. Worthless. Ah, rejected. Chubsy got faced. Not that I imagine my character as being chubby. Your resistance makes my maiden heart burn stronger for you, Doctor. Beans I grew myself. I'm probably not going to be alive next year because he's probably going to chop my head off again. That seems to be the thing that we seem to have a very destructive relationship, this doctor and I. The doctor is not here yet. The infirmary is quiet and peaceful as always. The orderly rows of medicines, the neatly made Oh yeah, that's like, that's just my psychopathic ex-boyfriend who's after being killed by my other psychopathic boyfriend. There we go. It sounds like, it's funny because that music that just comes in sounds a little bit like the Wedding List by Kate Bush, when it's all like, all of the headlines said passion crime, newlyweds, groom shot dead. This is the students who disappeared after going into the infirmary. Yeah, I ate him. I have to get out of here. I have to tell someone. I'm exactly like that poor guy in the No Sleep podcast story about the bird seed. The police. No, report it to Yuya. Oh yeah, Yuya's dead. Figures, the only person who could have helped us is dead. Yuya and the psychopath, the two people that could have helped me. You're rather pale. Here, why don't you lie down? Doctor! This blood! Oh, forgive me. I just finished dismembering another student and hadn't cleaned off yet. Please pay it no mind. He didn't even try to move his lips. He's just like John Travolta in American Crime Story. And the door's locked and the door won't open, just like John Travolta's lips in American Crime Story. Going home so soon. It won't open. I'm not going to say it again. I bet you thought I was going to say it again. After all, there are so many beautiful boys and girls who try to leave before their examinations are over. Like you. Doctor, you really have been cutting people up and using them for your experiments? I find that totally hot. Do you really need to ask that? After all, you even helped me. Helped you? I would never. You tried to make a dupe out of me? You tried to make a dupe out... Oh my god, I remember I used to say that all the time in the Paper Mario LP. Well, for like part of it at least. They're like, you tried to make a dupe out of me? Like what Oogie Boogie says in Nightmare Before Christmas once again. And then one time someone commented, I can't remember who it was, but they commented like when I was fighting Duplas or the Dupla ghosts or whatever, and they commented something like, you tried to make a dupe out of Liz. And it was just so silly that it was hilarious. The doctor reaches over and lightly strokes my stomach. How weird would that look? Like he's just like there like stroking my stomach, and I'm there like, and I imagine my hands are up in the air like Madame Le Queer, and I'm going, ew! That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. The big one is... Huh? It looks like a roast chicken. It's a turkey. Yeah, it's a turkey, alright. Of course, technically speaking, these have since been digested and absorbed into your body and shat out my anus as well into the bargain. Poor Yuya, what a way for a bird to travel in a digestive system. You can't be. No, no. How did you taste? I was worried he might be a little tough. I did so regret not having a better bird to send you. That was you. Yeah. Haven't you figured it out yet? And this is the part where he chops my head off, isn't it? Very assertively. No, I had to come for infirmary duties. Was that really it? You knew I planned to kill you, and yet you came anyway. Are you sure you didn't have feelings for me, perhaps? No, I want to say, but my tongue is like lead in my mouth. Maybe it's true. Maybe somewhere deep inside, I love the doctor. I'm afraid. Yeah, it's like our abusive relationship is just like Audrey 1 and the dentist. That's what it's like. It's like the Audrey 2 is not a healthy plant. Neither is the Audrey 1. He's going to kill me. I know he's going to kill me, so why can't I move? And so, this is what I decided. I shall preserve only your head. It will be easily stored. Of course, I can't let such a rare sample slip by, so I will remove your brain. What is this, a luau? It's a... Why can't I pull my eyes from his? From the neck down, I shall cut you up and study you thoroughly. Won't you study my lips so that you can find out how to move them? Like, so that you're not like John Travolta in American Crime Story. You have chased after that allure most diligently. I suppose you are too afraid to speak now. There we go. And so my life came to an end. Oh, yay! I think I did it because I think I did it because otherwise it would have gone on longer, and it would have shown him getting killed as well, wouldn't it? Show me, come on, show me the money. Yeah, Pizzonation. Yes! Success! Triumphant baby! I'm a vitality girl. Because I think that was the one that I didn't have. So, yeah, look! It's all full up. I'm all shook up. Such beautiful eyes you have, because look, he's alive, but there's my blood on his cleaver thing. And here's the one where he dies as well, and we're happily dead, the two of us. So I can only assume that, like, let's just go back in there for 2 seconds. I can only assume that these get filled up in that other storyline thing, so I'm really intrigued to find out, because apparently, apparently that other storyline is what's going to reveal stuff about, like, the thing. About, like, what's going on. Goodwill. I can't remember, like, which ones of these I've read. I think and think, but I find no answers. I feel as if I've forgotten something very important. So if I promise something to someone very important... I'm still trying to decide, like, whose diary that is. I think it might be Nagiki, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we saw that with, like, the cold storage. And the reference bird being deceased. And that's why I thought it might be Nagiki. Okay, I presume that's talking about Yuya, because he's the Dove agent or whatever. So, that's it for this part of Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend Blind with me, Rock Paper Mario, and in the next part we're going to probably, like, kick off the last chapter of this game, so strap yourself in. I'm sure it's going to be a good one, so see you next time. Bye!